Alright, what's up guys? You clicked on this video because you're having a hard time removing the front drive shaft on a Yamaha Rhino. This is the drive shaft that runs between the engine and the front differential. Well, let's waste no time, let's get right into it. Well, as you can tell guys, I've got two of those Rhinos sitting in the shop right now. This red one happens to belong to my father-in-law. I believe it's a 2012 or 2013. And the far one over here, the blue one, that's my dad's. That's a 660, so that's a 2007. But they're both very similar in the same sense as the removal process is going to be the same. So if you look in here, this is the drive shaft in question. I'm going to have to redo this one, or do this one I should say, very shortly, because check this out. So obviously the splines on this one are not working, so its four-wheel drive does not work. So I'm going to have to get in there and do that. But let's go to the one that's already apart, which is the other guy, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do to tackle it. Alright, so by now you've already figured out that there's a spring that holds everything together, and those splines will allow the drive shaft to move forward and backwards, but not quite enough to come out of the U-joint yoke. So you've probably already removed the C-clip here in hopes that that's going to help you. Well, let me tell you, it does not, because that's where I was as well. What you need to do is you need to remove the 3 bolts holding the front diff. There's one bolt on each side that thread right into the diff. That's one of them right here. And then there's one up front that is a through bolt with a nut on the opposite side. Once you've got that done, you can slide the differential forward just a few inches, which is just enough to be able to slide that drive shaft out. This half of the U-joint is the one that's connected to the engine, and there's a few things you're going to want to do while you're in there. One of those things is going to be to grease that U-joint. As you can see, there's a grease fitting. This is on the 660, mind you. There is a grease fitting on these U-joints. This is from factory. These have never been done, so I'm going to do these for sure. But you have to remove the drive shaft in order to grease them. It's kind of silly because, as you can tell, the grease fitting is not accessible. So since everything's loosened off, if I remove the drive shaft from its place, I'll be able to gain much better access to that grease fitting and lubricate it. But like I was saying, while you're in there, you may want to replace that fitting with a 90-degree fitting or something that's going to allow you to grease it in the future. Alright guys, well I hope that clears things up. If you were like me, you've probably been at this for a little while now, trying to figure it out, trying to scroll through a whole bunch of forums and looking through the internet, scouring it from top to bottom and not having an answer. That's why I made this video. Hopefully it helps you out, and if it does, please consider giving me a subscription and sharing the video with someone else who has a Rhino that may be in the same boat as you. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.